Hi everybody. It's taking a little bit of time, but I got some good news for us, and it's good news for me, and I hope that by my good fortune will help you when you're doing your tests and stuff. We're doing section 2 today, and I already soldered the pieces that we needed for section 2. This is where we put the switch in. We put in the jumper wire. Put the switch and the jumper wire in. Then we put a couple more components in. We're not putting any transistors in just yet. This is going to be for the AM detector and the AGC, or the automatic gain control stage. That's where we're putting that in. We're going to test them. Now, I can't do all the tests, not yet. My good buddy John, you guys probably know him as joernone, and he does all this fantastic restoration work on radios, and and I say this all the time. If a lot of these people that I mentioned, and there's so many out there that are so really good, it's such a wealth of information. But if you go check out John's, if you like radio restoration, and a lot of stuff that we're doing here, he covers, and he does it with tube radios. He's did a TV now. You just gotta go look. But anyway, he was watching my videos, and he writes and he says, "Hey Carl, I've got a signal generator here that I really don't need." He had gotten it with a group of other things and stuff, and he said, "If you want it, you can have it for the shipping." He goes, "You got to do it, probably have to go through it." And I goes, "Oh man, oh John, thank you. What a blessing, So he wrapped it up and sent it to me, and I'm telling you, it's a Hewlett-Packard audio oscillator. It's everything that I think we get that together. I'll be able then with my oscilloscopes and my other signal, we're going to be able to do all the tests. Can't do them at the moment, but matter of fact, when we're done here, I'll pull the camera off of the tripod and I'll show you the generator that he gave me. Oh my goodness, just what a blessing. A wonderful guy. Thank you, John. Really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. It's going to really, make this project go. So, okay, so getting back to what we're doing the AM detector and the automatic gain control. Well, in real basics, and I'll put this up here if you want to copy it. Then you can this little thing here. This is off of the part of the schematic, and what it does is it kind of shows you what goes on here. Now, basically what happens is your comes in at this point, and what it is, it's the audio is still riding on the IF, the intermediate frequency, and it's going through the radio. And this is the last stage where it's come out. It's about as pure as you can get. So now, what the radio has to do is it has to get rid of the IF and the intermediate frequency, that 455 frequency, and so we just have the pure audio wave. And then that's what gets amplified, and that's what we hear, so we don't have a lot of that interference. So that's what this final stage, that's what it's doing, and it comes out of the last IF can, and it goes through this diode. And a diode, it's just like we did on the crystal radio. That's the way that we picked up the signal, was the crystal radio got rid of all the RF, and it just let our main signal come through, the audio signal. And that's what this does here. So and it does one half of it, does a negative half, and it runs through. And then the automatic gain control, what that basically does, and there's a lot of videos out there. Matter of fact, Rick McWhorter, All American 5 Radio, he's on his site. He shows really good how the automatic gain control works. But basically, what it does is it takes a signal, and at this end here, if the signal is too high coming in, it takes a little bit of that and it sends it back to the very beginning of the amplification stage and makes it drop down. Same way as if it starts getting weak, it sends a signal back that boosts it. And what that does is it keeps the levels even. So when you, like, let's say you change stations and you have one station that's close by and you turn that station on, and it would be real loud if you didn't have this. Same way if you have like a distant station that's real weak and you can barely pick it up. Well, this here kind of adjusts for that. So the weak stations come in a little stronger and the strong stations are brought down a little bit. So that's what this section here does. And we got a couple transistors that's going to be coming in here. We don't put those in just yet. Right now it's basically, we got some electrolytics that we put in, some test points, some resistors. We put the diode in, and we're also putting in the the IF cans. So we're going to do the test here, that what we can do for right now. Okay, and the first one, excuse me, is the static measurement. Okay, and it says, so with the power turned off, connect your voltometer to test point 5, as shown in figure 23. Okay, test point 5 is right down here. Let's see, it says, check that the voltometer is adjusted to read 9 volts DC. Okay, we can do that. And it should read approximately 1.5 volts DC. If your reading varies more than 0.5, turn the power off and check the polarity of your diode. Okay, well, let's check. Let's turn this on. It says turn the power on. Go to test point 5. And I am getting 1.42. So that's within what we want to be. So we're okay there. And I think my battery is getting a little weak too in the radio. So, because I know I did the test a little before when I first soldered in the parts, and it was 1.45. So we're right where we need to be. But if it had been like 0.5 difference, then we would have to shut off and check things, but we're okay. Okay, so that test goes good. It says the T8 test. With the power turned off, connect the positive lead to test point 3. Okay, we're set to read at least 9 volts. We are. Now when we check out test point 3, it says the voltage on the VOM should be the same as your battery voltage, or the power supply voltage. So if we were using our power supply, we could do that. Okay, so let's give that a try. This is on, this is set to 9. It says test point 3. Test point 3 is up here. I've got 8.71. 8.71. Okay, now let me go up to the battery. Let's see what the battery tests. 8.71. So we're good to go. So those are the tests that we can do right now. Like I said, the next test that we'll be able to do after we get the audio generator going, it will be the dynamic measurements, and then we'll be able to do a final system test and we'll use that. We use the generator and we use the oscilloscope. Now I had tried this. Remember a while back I told you I built this thing, and it works really good. It's like right on the money at 1K, 1000K. It's, I mean, right on, and the gain and all that works. Beauty. But I don't really have a way of. It's 1000. That's it. There's no. Down the road, I can maybe make it where we can adjust it. I just can't do that right now. So instead of fooling with that, you know, and since I got this thing from John, I'm just going to do it with the equipment that's kind of made to do that. And then, because that'd be what, if you have one, you're going to be doing the testing. That's what you probably use anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so, okay, good. We're good to go there. Turn all the stuff off. Now I want to just show you real quick. Let me turn the light around here, and I will show you my latest thing I got from John. Okay, and here it is. This is the Hewlett-Packard. It's the 200AB, model 200AB audio oscillator. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Now, this one, I think they were originally, I think this model is from like 1954, and they used this, and then they went to a Model 200 CD. And they first came out with the A, then the B, the 200A, 200B, and then this 200AB, and then they went to the CD. But it's still, it's an older model, and I imagine a lot of the stuff inside of it is going to be original. I don't know if it's been touched yet, but what I want to do is I'm going to go into it. I've got the schematic. Let's look at some of the stuff here. This is pretty cool. See if I can get the light down in there. There's your range selector there. On the other side over here is your amplitude, which is what all of our tests have been asking for. This is where your gears are in. And in here, this turns a little hard. So that's, you know, I got to go in. That needs to be greased and that. But you turn it here, and then you dial in your frequency up there. So I just wanted to show that to you, and I think I'm going to do a video on when I take it apart. I'm going to try to record what's going on and what I'm doing with it. I don't know how well that will go. A lot of guys out there are probably a lot better than that than I am. So let me put this back up here. Okay. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to start on that this weekend because I want to get it working. Because I want to have that, be able to use the oscilloscope and just everything, you know. So I'm really looking forward to it. But anyway, that's it for now. Hope you're enjoying this, and we will get on the next part of it real soon here, and I'll let you know when we're going to do the, you know, that'll be an extra. That won't be part of this. That'll be extra. So until then, take care, everybody, and God bless.